Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the tie between Cruz Azul and Mazatlán, and where Cruz Azul lost 1-3 in penalty shootouts. And with this loss, Cruz Azul was eliminated from the League's Cup 2024. Well, about this game, to be honest, Cruz Azul played a very bad game. I think that this has been the worst game that I watched from the Anselmi eras because Cruz Azul played a very bad game. And to be honest, I think that the Cruz Azul and Anselmi underestimate Mazatlán because Cruz Azul and Anselmi made some change, some substitution in the starting lineup. If we compare with the last game, and I think that this affected the team and the result. About this game, Cruz Azul, how I told you, didn't play the best game, and and this game was a replica of what happened in this tournament in the League's Cup and the last game against Toluca in the Liga MX, where Cruz Azul dominated this game. Of course, they have always the control of the ball. They have several goal opportunities in the first half, but they couldn't score it. Mazatlán into counter attack. They find the game in the last minutes of the first half, and in that moment it was a surprise because I didn't expect that Brazil were down 0-2 in the halftime. In the second half, Selmy made some substitutions, some change in the starting lineup where they changed to play with line of four, where Cruz Azul started to attacking in the first minutes, but in the minute 49, in the first minutes of the second half, Gonzalo Piovi received his second yellow card and automatic red card, and since the minute 49, Cruz Azul played with one less man, with 10 men, and this was over. And after that, the game was broken because it looked like a cascarita, the game, because we have a lot of good opportunities where Mazatlán didn't took advantage, and Mazatlán could have finished this game in the first 15-20 minutes of the second half, but they couldn't, and they relaxed his football. And in his game, and in the last minutes of the game, Cruz Azul tied the game in the minute 84 by a goal of Aurelian Tuna and the stopping time, 90+1, and Wheeler tied the game and forced a penalty shootout. To be honest, I thought that Cruz Azul were going to win the penalty shootout because they come back and they tie the game. They come back and tie the game, but not. They play a very bad series in the penalty shootouts. They missed three penalty shootouts. Antuna, Dita, and Yanis Giacomonis. And Mazatlán scored the 3 penalties, and that was enough to lose the game. So let's talk about the starting lineup, where I think that it was the mistake that provoked the loss. About the game, Kevin Mier played a great game, but he couldn't do anything with the 2 goals because it was a counter attack. Maybe the first goal, but because he didn't go to the ball in this part of the area, but it wasn't his responsibility. About the line of 3, Dita, Lira, and Piovi, they play great football. They were attacking a lot. How I told you, Cruz Azul had the control of the game, the dominance, but they couldn't score a goal. Romo played a great game. I think he was the difference because he was alongside Rodriguez, and they play a great football. I think that the big error, was that Rivero and Candido Perez. Here is some change. Play both players as fullbacks. Rivero as a right fullback and Camilo Candido as a left fullback. I think that the error here is that because Rivero's play as a right fullback, that later became a wing. This provoked that Antuna play as a second forward alongside Giacomonis, and this affected that Antuna couldn't generate a lot of goal opportunities. And Candido, I didn't like a lot how he played. I think that he was a mistake because the 2 counter attack, the first goal started for this side, the left side. and Gutierrez also had some goal opportunities. Rivero, Antuna, and Giacomonis had, especially Rivero had 2 goal opportunities that could change the game because Rivero, how I told you, he missed a lot of goal opportunities that could have changed the game. In the second half, Anselmi made some changes where they decided to play with a line of 4, where he sent off Gutierrez and Lira, put to forwards, Sepulveda and Giacomokis, and Antuna move as a wing. But the problem is that the POV was received a red card, and this affect the team. Who I told you, Cruz Azul dominate the game. They dominate all the game, and they create a lot of goal opportunities, but they couldn't finish the play and score a goal. Again, it's the same problem that has happened to the Cruz Azul in the last tournament. The lack of goal. I don't believe how is this possible, because it's supposed that you broke and you sing as a top forward, Yanis Giacomokis, and he scored 2 goals, and this was against the Xolos in the fixture number 3. So something is happening here in Cruz Azul, because it's something bad, because Cruz Azul haven't won since fixture number 3, and Cruz Azul have a 5 consecutive tie. How I told you, the game Cruz Azul was attacking, but they couldn't score any goal. Mazatlán decided to defend and counter-attack, and they did very well. Where how I told you, Cruz Azul in the first minutes of the game had 2 goal opportunities, especially Rivero, that had that goal opportunity in the first 20 minutes of the game. They could have changed the game. He couldn't score the goal, and the last 5 minutes of the game in minus 40 and the minus 45 plus 1, Mazatlán had two counter attacks. They scored, and in that moment the game was over. In the second half, Anselmi tried to change and improve the team, but because Gonzalo Piovi received a red card, the game changed. How I told you, after that, in the second half, the game was broken, where Mazatlán had a lot of goal opportunities to finish the game. They couldn't, and Cruz Azul in the minute 84, Aurelian Antuna, after a very great play, put the first goal of the game for Cruz Azul, put emotion to the game in the last minutes of the game, because it looked like that the game was over in that moment. And in the stopping time, in the minute 90 plus 1, William Dita scored tied the game and forced a penalty shootout. In the penalty shootout, Cruz Azul play a very bad series, because Antuna, Dita, and who? And Giacomokis missed the penalty shootouts, and that's it. They lost 1-3, and they were eliminated. About this tournament, Cruz Azul didn't win any game, but they didn't lose any game in the same time, because they tied the four games that they play. The Cruz Azul tied 0-0 against Charlotte in the first game, but they lost 2-4. In the second game, they tied 1-1 against Philadelphia, but in this time they won 5-3 in the penalty shootout. In the round of 32, Cruz Azul tied 0-0 against Orlando City, but they won 5-4 in the penalty shootout. And tonight, Cruz Azul tied 2-2 against Mazatlán, but they lost 1-3 against Mazatlán in the round of 16. So, how I told you, in the group stage of this tournament, Cruz Azul finished in the second place with 3 points, 2 tie. And in the Liga MX, in this moment, Cruz Azul is leading the Liga MX with 10 points, and they are undefeated. So there is a big problem here with Cruz Azul, because Cruz Azul haven't won in five straight games. You can see here that Cruz Azul have 5 straight games against Toluca, against Charlotte, Philadelphia, Orlando City, and Mazatlán. So something is happening. How I told you, there is a problem right now in Cruz Azul, because how I told you, Cruz Azul is creating a lot of goal opportunities. They are dominating the game, but they couldn't They can't win the game. So there is a lack of goal that Alchelmi need to figure out how they are going to fix this problem, because it's affected the team. Because how I told you, it's supposed that they broke or they sing Yanis Giacomokis to score goals that the teams couldn't score in the last tournament, and Cruz Azul have top players. It's supposed that they're gonna to score the goals, but they couldn't. So what's next? Cruz Azul will rest, and they will play in 2 weeks from now against Querétaro in Querétaro in the fixture number 5. This will be the 2 Fridays. The Friday, August 23rd at 19 o'clock Eastern time. Center time. Remember that Querétaro was eliminated in the group stage. Cruz Azul in this moment, how I told you a few minutes ago, Cruz Azul is the leader of the tournament of the Liga MX with 10 points. They are tied alongside the Pumas and Tigres. And Querétaro in this moment is the worst team in the league with 0 points. So I think that the Cruz Azul is gonna and Selmi is gonna to analyze what happened tonight and in the tournament. And I think that Cruz Azul is gonna to win this game by 1 goal difference. So in this video, I talk about what happened tonight, where unfortunately Cruz Azul tied 2-2 and was eliminated because they lost in the penalty shootout. They were eliminated in the round of 16 in this tournament, and they will have two weeks of rest, where in 2 weeks the Liga MX will return, where Cruz Azul will visit the Querétaro in the fixture number 5. So this is all for tonight. See you next video. Gibre.